running towards the end here of the India Global Forum. Got a few more segments for you. And of course, a critical question when we talk about investment in growth is inclusion. I'd like to invite the next panel to come up here and join me here at the studio while we listen to our next address. Now, our next guest did want to join us in person. Election duty, however, called in Karnataka. She took time to send us a message for us on the mutual benefits of faster inclusion. So we're going to watch a very special message to the India Global Forum from the Minister of Women and Child Development and Minority Affairs, the Government of India, the Honorable Smriti Irani.
The India Global Forum Annual Summit this year gives special emphasis to gender justice. And that is why today I proudly support the Women in Forum, a platform to discuss issues, solutions and challenges pertaining to gender across the world. And why do I say that these are issues that need to be deliberated upon globally? Because India is now setting new standards on the issue of gender justice. In the G20 presidency of India, the Prime Minister of India has now brought issues of women to the main table for discussion. Today, we women in India proudly say that issues related to our gender are not relegated to the sidelines of governance. Women-led development is now the governance mantra of the Modi government. Today, I'd like to share with you the transition from women's development to women-led development under Prime Minister Modi. In the year 2014, after a victory of great import, Prime Minister Modi from the rampart of the Red Fort announced the sanitation program called Swachh Bharat. Under the aegis of this program, he implored governments in the states and citizens at large to come together and contribute to ensuring women in our country have access to clean sanitation facilities. And that is why, under this ambitious plan of the Honorable Prime Minister, India saw the building of 110 million individual household toilets after 7 decades of our independence. Ensuring that women are at the center of his decision making, Prime Minister Modi also exhorted all communities to ensure women have access to financial services. And that is why under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, over 230 million Indian women for the first time now have a bank account. This being said, when the Prime Minister announced the Mudra Yojana, which was not gendered, he did implore that every Indian citizen who has a dream to start an enterprise should have access to collateral-free loans from our banks. And lo and behold, 70% of the beneficiaries of the 320 million loans given under Mudra Yojana had female beneficiaries. Apart from this, when the Prime Minister tried to support mid-sized companies and the transition of companies from SME segments to mid-sized companies, he started an initiative called Stand Up India, where close to 1 crore rupees was given as credit support to enterprises. He particularly directed that in every district, we in government find women-led enterprises to particularly support. And that is why today we proudly say that 80% of beneficiaries under Stand Up India are also women. That after 3 decades, India now has a new education policy. That policy now, for the first time in the history of our country, has a gender inclusion fund, is indicative of the fact that Prime Minister Modi is not only ensuring gender justice in the present, but also preparing the nation for gender justice in the future. Delegates, ladies and gentlemen, when you come together and discuss issues related to women, remember this, that we are not only a gender that has faced many complexities and challenges, but we are also at the forefront of delivering solutions. COVID tested many amongst us. And today, as a female administrator, I should highlight that over 6 million women, frontline workers, doctors, nurses across India were at the helm of affairs when the pandemic struck globally. I also proudly say that while we celebrate the potential of Indian women in permanent commission in the Indian Army, we also celebrate them when they touch the skies through the Indian Air Force or service at sea through the Indian Navy. Today, 1.9 crore Indian women serve in various administrative capacities under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. And that is why this summit of yours, which discusses issues regarding women in the Women in Forum, becomes more important, because India has now proven a social and economic case for gender justice. For keeping humanity in, keep women in your considerations. That's my message, and I hope the deliberations will give us something substantial to work on and look forward to. Jai Hind.